Now, the big story this week was this week's PCE inflation report, which is the Fed's go-to measure for inflation. It came in right about what was expected. Core inflation did tick up a bit, but utility costs, healthcare, and software are really the ones to blame for that. And what really helped was consumer spending coming in softer. And beyond that, we actually saw private sector wages drop more than expected as well. And that just points to a slowing economy, which is good for mortgage rates. And we are seeing early signs of stagflation. That's when prices are rising, the economy's slowing, and unemployment starts to climb. Not exactly the combo we want. A slower economy and higher unemployment do help us, but mortgage rates move with inflation, so we don't like to see prices continue to rise. Consumer confidence also slipped again, with people expecting inflation to stay higher in the months ahead. And that's another sign that the economy is not booming, which is again good for mortgage rates. You know, when the economy does poorly, it's actually good for mortgage rates. In other news, tariffs are still a main focus. A new 25% tariff on imported cars is going to kick in just a few days. And while it might only be a short-term hit, if it does stick, it could drive up prices on used cars as well. And that could potentially lead to inflation. A separate news on housing, appreciation does continue almost everywhere like we've been talking about. Most cities are now back to all-time high prices. And new home sales came in right at expectations. Signed contracts for existing homes also ticked up, and this is from when buyers were shopping before rates started to improve, which just means we could see more buyer activity in the future. Now, looking ahead, next week is jobs week, and that's always a big one. If we see a softer labor market, especially, rising unemployment number, it could finally give rates some room to move lower. But until we get, clear signs of economic weakness or cooling inflation, rates are likely to kind of stay in this range here. So I'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend.